Okay, class, so have you wondered what happened to Pompeii? How did people ever know it was there if it was buried? Let's find out. Chapter 3. The ashes fell on Pompeii for 2 days. Then it was over. The huge cloud was gone. The mountain was quiet. The ashes cooled and became hard. Only the tops of buildings showed above them. The whole town had been buried alive. Some of the people who had left in boats came back. They came to look for their houses. They came to look for their belongings. They came to look for their friends. But everything was sealed under the ashes. Pliny grew up. He became a writer. He wrote about the huge cloud that came out of Vesuvius. He wrote about the volcano that buried Pompeii. Many years went by. Vesuvius erupted again and again. More ashes fell on the town. At last, there was no sign that anyone had ever lived there. By and by, people forgot about the town named Pompeii. Hundreds of years later, the ashes on top changed into soil. Grass began to grow. People built houses right above the buried town. They built a new town on top of Pompeii. They did not even know that the old town was there. Then people began to read Pliny's letters. They read about a buried town named Pompeii. Where was Pompeii? Nobody knew. One day, some workers were digging a tunnel for water. They found pieces of an old wall under the ground, but they did not know that the wall was part of a town. Many years later, more people came to dig in the same place. They found more buildings. Was there a town under the ground? Was it the town Pliny wrote about? Then one of the diggers found a stone. It had a name carved on it. The name was Pompeii. People were very excited. The lost town of Pompeii was right there under their feet. If they could uncover it, they could see how people lived long ago. Scientists began digging. They worked slowly and carefully. They used many tools. They brushed away the ashes. They did not want to destroy anything. The scientists found beautiful gold bracelets. They found unbroken eggs. They found pictures made of colored stones. These pictures are called mosaics, and they found the people who had died. At first, the scientists found only a few skeletons. Then they saw strange holes in the hard ashes. They poured plaster into the holes. When the plaster dried, the plaster casts were shaped just like people. The plaster casts showed how the people looked when they died. There was even a plaster cast of a dog on a chain. Today, the old town of Pompeii is like a great big museum without a roof. Pompeii is in Italy. People come from many lands to visit. They want to see the shops and houses of long ago, and they want to see Vesuvius. It is the most famous volcano in the world. Scientists watch the volcano very carefully. How much gas is coming out of the ground? How hot are the rocks near the volcano? How much does the earth shake? Look, a farmer is taking care of his grapevines. They grow on the side of the mountain named Vesuvius. Nearby, a lizard is resting on a warm rock. It is a peaceful day in Pompeii. The giant is sleeping. When will the giant wake up? Nobody knows. And that's the story of Pompeii. Thank you, boys and girls.